guys, David here, and welcome to Digital Outlook. Guys, I sure hope you have had an absolutely fantastic day thus far. Some big time deals have been going on in this XRP ecosystem. Just today, we were knocking right on the door again of that $3 mark, guys. And I think right now, it hit like 299.55, and right now we're at 295. But it wasn't just but a few days ago. Oh my goodness, you would have thought the sky was falling. How many people crying the blues and all the fuzzers getting in there. And I remember coming out and saying, hey, listen, this is nothing to worry about. It's a liquidation of these leverage longs, and I don't suspect it'll be too much longer, and we'll be right back up there at $3. And guys, here we are. Now, I do believe that we are trending in a range here, but guys, it's getting tighter and tighter, and I think we are about to absolutely smash through it and take an absolute pump off to the upside. And a lot of TA guys are out there saying that very same thing, and a lot of them saying most folks, when it happens, are not even going to be ready for it. And that's one thing, guys, that we have tried to encourage you the best of our ability. Get ready, get your plan in place, learn to identify the psychology that's going on and not letting yourself get played by it. Now, having said that, a lot of folks had reached out to me and said, David, I've wanted to take your coaching. I've looked at the calendar. You have no available dates. Well, guys, we just opened it up for October 1st, October 8th, and October 9th, just those 3 days. So if you're interested in doing that, where you and I get to meet one-on-one for that 1 hour over Zoom, and we absolutely take a look at your portfolio and make sure that that is balanced towards your goals. We help you to develop that exit strategy and share with you some major techniques that are really going to help you, succeed in this space in a powerful way. If that interests you, you visit me right there at thedigital.outlook.com. Get yourself on the calendar. Guys, things are going to move very, very quickly. In fact, I'm reading this other article, and it was talking about how most folks aren't even going to be ready when BlackRock gets out there and they issue an ETF. Now, why is that such a big deal? Well, because, guys, just today, the SEC put out a communication that they have now streamlined the process for ETF approvals from 275 days or 270 some days, guys, to 70 days. They did this in conjunction with the CFTC as well. And this is a major development in this space. And a lot of these applications that have been put in there for XRP ETFs, well, they have been scrambling to update those applications. And we know October is going to be a massive month when it comes to it. And I'm going to put those articles right down in here so you can read them for yourself. But something else that really kind of tweaked my mind. I read this article that was just a repost today, and it was on, how Ripple applied with the office of the Comptroller of the Currency for a national banking license. Remember that? Well, guys, they're still in the process of pushing that forward and getting it. Now, we're not talking about a bank where, you go in, make a deposit, where they make loans. No, we're talking about a national banking charter. Why is this a big deal? Because, guys, with that type of acknowledgement, federal recognition, it's going to put Ripple in a big time situation to be a spearhead when it comes to all the stable coins and all that kind of stuff. And it puts them in absolute 100% compliance with the Genius Act. It sets them up in a powerful way. Now, it's not just going to be a benefit for RLUSD. Now, I was there. It wasn't this last, XRP Vegas, but the one before, where, I went. I think the Chamber of Digital Commerce had put a dinner on, and a subscriber from the channel actually, said, David, I want you to be my guest. And those were $1,500 a plate tickets. Took me down there. Well, I was literally, I could practically hear Brad Garlinghouse breathe. I was so close. And at the time, he said, listen, if anybody thinks that we are going to substitute XRP with RLUSD and that, they have lost the plot. In fact, RLUSD is there to support XRP and vice versa. This is a massive deal. And if they get that national banking charter, guys, we're being set up for one of the biggest, most bullish runs that this space has ever seen. I genuinely do believe that. I think it's going to be so wild. And by the way, just to kind of give you some confluence, in 2020 to 2021, in that bull run that Judy and I saw our lives change, do you know the majority of that move? It happened in 10 days. Yep. Boom, boom. You go check it out. You can see this on the chart for yourself. And that's why you want to be strategically prepared. That's why you want to be ready. That's why you want to set yourself up to be absolutely succeeding and not letting yourself get played. How many people capitulated in that fear? Do you know that? Have you thought about that? Well, I'll tell you what, the people that were playing the market like that, the liquidations were mind-bending. I think it got to like $1.8 billion across the board. And for XRP, it was something like into the $80 to $85 million worth of liquidations. That's why I've always encouraged you, don't go out there and try to play, because you're playing against the house. And the thing is, Judy and I've known people that took years building up a position, and in one trade, all of it was gone. All of it was gone. Guys, these folks, you are playing against some big time players, and there's no way you can outdo them. You'd have to literally stay up all night long, because you're dealing with a lot of these bots. You know, they do thousands of trades in a second, and they're hunting it down. They're hunting it down. They're hunting it down. They're looking for the stop losses, and they will get you. And so, look, you can't be doing that. And so, and most of us aren't even, look, we can't be whales, but we can stack our pennies next to their dollars. The whale volume, by the way, after that liquidation was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, they went out there and they spent like over $81 million buying up all that fear, all that blood. They were just buying it up like crazy, guys. That tells you everything you need to know. I'm looking down the road at what's coming, and you can see the handwriting on the proverbial wall. The infrastructure is just getting laid down more and more, and they're getting more and more obvious about it, aren't they? I mean, they're literally coming out there. Now we're starting to hear little hints in the mainstream media, just little hints of this and this and that. Guys, it's going to get noisier, noisier, and noisier, and it's going to get so loud that they are just going to come pummeling in. You are going to hear the stampede of the herd. I kid you not. I was there. It is mind-blowing when it happens. You can barely even digest it. And it happens so fast. And we sat there and watched some of these assets literally do hundreds of percent in minutes, guys. 15, 20, 30 minutes, hundreds of percent, thousands of a percent in an hour's time. It just absolutely mind-blowing. And that's where it becomes life-changing. And that's why it's so vitally important to be strategic. Because a lot of people think, well, when I get there, I'll cross that bridge. No, you won't. No, you will not. I'm telling you right now, having been there myself, and a lot of other people that I know, that some of them, by the way, are the original subscribers to this channel. They were there. We were there together. We literally watched it happen. And we know people that absolutely became millionaires and rode that thing all the way back down. Yes, it does happen. I saw it happen to different folks. Now, that doesn't have to happen to you, that's for sure. But guys, where we're going, the people that are buying right now, $2-3 and feel like they missed the boat, come on. We're so early, it's absolutely insane. We are so early, it is absolutely insane as to what potential we could see down the line with this. I mean, you could literally watch some of these assets trade in the hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Now, will it happen this cycle? We don't know that, right? And by the way, are the cycles going to get longer? Are the bear markets going to be as deep? So let's say it does turn around and we fall into a bear. How do we know that that's going to drop 80 to 90%? I don't think it will. I think what's going to happen is it's going to be a very short-lived drop. It won't be as much as it was before, and then bang, it's going to continue on because we are there, guys. We're there. They're going to flip these switches. They're going to turn it on. This economy is going to get turned on its ear. It's going to change the way the world even works, the way information is actually moved, all this kind of stuff. Now, one thing I had pointed out earlier in the week is how the Treasury has gone out there and they are seeking commentary right now from some big players about the introduction, guys, of decentralized digital identities that will be tied, guys, to this new financial system, to our finances, right? That is a big deal. That's a major, major tell. You can go out and find this information for yourself. It is really happening. How much longer do you think it's going to be before they have that catalyst that they need and bang, it's on like crazy? Now, in October, on the 29th, 94% of the marketplace is expecting another rate drop. And the DXY, it's fallen. It's fallen. And a traditional correlation, reverse correlation between the DXY and this space is when that thing rolls over, man, does this space move. And the Russell 2000, that index there, guys, brand new all-time highs. All we're waiting for is a definitive breakout. And when that happens, bang, it is on like Donkey Kong. And guys, I don't want to miss it. And I certainly don't want you missing it. That is for sure. I want you standing right there beside me inside that winner circle. When we cross that finish line, I'll tell you what, it is going to be absolutely massive. And that's why I believe it's going to represent the greatest wealth transfer in the history of mankind. I genuinely do believe that, guys. And I want you to make it. So I'll tell you what, until tomorrow when we have another fantastic video for you, guys, have a fabulous one and take care.